Hey. I've got like 20 minutes before my next meeting. Let's talk about consistent sowing leading to consistent reaping. Okay, let's talk about it. So recently, I got an email that was like my dream email. And it was like all the things that I am wrapped into one. I can't say much because I just signed an NDA, so that's all I can say. But I was thinking to myself when I read the email, like, how does an opportunity like this even come? Like, this is crazy, Tiffany. And it's not even lately. And I'll preface it with this. It's been a lot going on this week that it's not so great. Like in business, is always some bull. It's always something breaking, always something that needs to be fixed, always something that wasn't paid, always. So there's always that. And I definitely had a ton of that this week. Just yesterday, I was like, I give up, but I'm back. But that email that I said that I received was like, when I got the email, typically, like, I'll get an email, I'll let my admin take care of it, set up a meeting to call. What? I got the email, scrolled to the bottom, prayed that the person that emailed me had a phone number at the bottom. They did. We chatted, and it's like, the opportunity is so amazing. I just can't even, it just feels surreal. And she was just as excited. I am. We're on the phone, both like, geeking out. And I thought to myself, how do opportunities like that come about? And the way they come about is being the consistent sower. To sow is to plant. To sow is to invest. To sow is to grow. To sow is to do the work. To sow is to sow is to plant. Are you planting consistently? So many people think that they're sowing consistently, right? And then because they don't see the plant growing right away, they stop. So this is what happened. So I'm 10 years in the game of being fully self-employed. Year 1, I sowed nothing. Year 2, I sowed nothing. Sis was broke. I don't even think I made $25,000 that year. I'm not talking about as Tiffany. I'm talking about as a business. So you figure your business typically pays maybe like 25%. That means if I made $25,000 as the budget, that means Tiff made like $6,000. How's a grown person supposed to eat? I didn't. So year 1, nothing. Year 2, nothing. Year 3, this is sowing year 1, sowing year 2, sowing year 3, sowing year 4, a little something. Sowing year 5, okay, I think the business made $150,000, which sounds like big money until you realize that my take of that was maybe like $35,000. I made more as a preschool teacher. So I'm sowing, and I'm like, when does a sis got to reap? What does sis got to do to reap? Nothing. Just continue sowing. All of a sudden, year 5, boom! I was like, oh my gosh. I think maybe year 5, I personally was able to take home like maybe like $100,000 or something like that. Maybe, give or take, maybe like 75 or something like that. But I'm sharing that because what happens is it takes time for the seeds that you've sown to grow. You sow. Then they are literally, the seed is germinating, getting this water and this sunshine, breaking through the seed shell. The little plant is coming through. It's at the top. It's right at where it's about to break through the dirt. And then, all of a sudden it pulls through. And what happens is, now you see me now, 10 years in the game, every day I'm reaping. Every day I'm reaping. Every day, sis is reaping. I be reaping. If I tell you some of the opportunities that come to me are full-fledged salary. Like, hey, we'd like to do this thing with you. And you're like, that's 3 times my preschool salary. To do this light work? How? And I'm like, yo, you know what it is? It's that consistent sowing. The truth is, the stuff I'm getting now is not from the work I'm putting in now. The work I'm putting in now is going to yield to what I will sow 5, 10, 20 years from now. The work that I'm doing now. What I'm getting now is the seeds that I sowed 10 years ago. The seeds that I sowed 5 years ago. So I'm just asking you, are you sowing? Have you stopped because you haven't seen the fruits of your labor? I will always reap and pick. The garden that I have sown, I got tomatoes. beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, yams, ham. You name it, I got it all, okay? So that's it. I just wanted to share that because, like I said, the opportunity yesterday probably was one, because I mean, a lot of things come to me these days, but that definitely put like a cherry on top. It was what I call a God nod when you're working on something and you're not sure if you're going in the right direction. And you're like, I don't know. And then God says, yes, you are going in the right direction. Let me show you. Let me physically show you. And the opportunity was like, is this real life? This can't be real life. Is this real life? Is this real life? It's real life. But like I said earlier, all this stuff is exciting, but it's still like, business is still hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like my CFO was like, girl, we filed these taxes wrong. I was like, what? This year? And the year before, I'm like, what are we gonna do? So it's always something. And you learn to manage the challenges and also manage the exciting components of business. And you learn to be like, I mean, it just is what it is. There's a solution to every problem. But at the time, for now, I get to bask in the glory of like something, an opportunity coming to me that is just life changing. And yeah, that's it. I just want to tell you, I'm going to have lunch in a minute. So I was like, let me, while my faces be, I had to do something. I had to do some taping earlier. So I had, I love a good ruffled shoulder. If you see my pics, and I said, I have a good ruffled shoulder on. So I'm like, let me come see y'all. All right. Gotta go. Bye.